Ratchet and Clank walkthrough, so I kinda lied in the last video. The last video was not when we were going to be dealing with the big planet destroyer. That will be in this video, because we'll be taking the third and final pathway through this world. And there's not a whole lot more ice we have to deal with, thank goodness, but there are still these enemies. Now, like I said in the last video, if you don't reset the game, then these enemies, they shouldn't be here, but I think I had to do something anyway, so there they are. And, you know what, they may even come back. I'm not sure exactly how the respawns work. Most of the time, when you kill an enemy, as long as you don't restart the game, then they're gone for good, but it may be as soon as you finish a cutscene or something, they send them all back to you when you jump on down. But either way, they're not too hard to deal with, and I did die a few times here to stupid stuff again, but you know that's normal. And I had to run past them a bunch of times. Now there's kind of a few cool jumps you can attempt to do that I wanted to try to perfect, but I kept failing them, so I just did it the hard way. But there's a few jumps you can do to skip all the enemies that, I don't know, looks kind of cool, I guess. But first off, when you jump onto that place, you're going to be noticing that helicopter swoops down, and if you wait for him with your destroyer, you can take it out immediately, and then you don't have to deal with him. And then we have to fight even more waves of those stupid shooter enemies, and here's yet another helicopter. And once again, if you just take him out right away, then you don't have to deal with him. The Devastator is going to be the best weapon for that. You can use a blaster if you are desperate, but just try to stock up on Devastator ammo. Then wall jump up here, and I think I died yet again, which is why that flash was there, but you know, that happens in this game. I think I died the most on this world than I did on any of the other ones, and I still wouldn't consider this the hardest world, and it's a weird thing. Now, I hated those bombs in the earlier world, and one of the earlier worlds is ones that sit there and they lock onto you and they're faster than you, and there's a ton of those bombs that come out of those mine spawners, and they pop up and they chase you and they're faster than you and they damage you, and you know, there's nothing you can do about it because you can't really go anywhere, and you get no hit. You get no hit recovery. As soon as you get hit, you can get hit immediately afterwards, and it's just like, dang. So that was kind of stupid, but either way, dealing with those mines, I found it was best to try to take out as many as you could with the blaster, and if you go into first person, you should be able to shoot them one by one as they come out, but luckily we don't have to deal with too many of those mine points. There are going to be a few more, but it's not going to be so insane that we're going to end up dying again. Here there's going to be a giant building and some places around the building that we can walk, and two of these shooters are going to walk out of the building to try to attack you, and there's going to be a bunch more of them inside there. Now you can try to walk along the outside here, but I think I end up going through the center just because I wanted to take him out, just so I don't have to deal with them later. And as you see, there's like, I don't know, 10 there, and I think I considered blowing up some of them with the destroyer, but I also kind of wanted to save my destroyer ammo just in case, so instead I used the overpowered Glove of Doom, which does all the work for you, and with two of those, all the guys are dead. So that's it for this area as far as the enemies go. But of course we'll be doing something a little bit more fun than blowing up enemies with a glove in a few seconds, and we'll be jumping in a turret again to take out that planet destroyer, and it's kind of, I don't know if it's harder than the previous ones, it's a little bit different, but we'll see here. So right there's the turret, and you can come on over here and notice there's another mine spawning point, so on that way.
We are too late, the ship is leaving.
Hang on, there's an old defense turret over there. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sincerely doubt it.
Forgot there was a cutscene. Anyway, on the way to here, you either choose dealing with the mines or you deal with all the firing enemies. And then, of course, there's one final helicopter attempting to stop you from getting here. But he's not too difficult. One more destroyer blast, and then you can jump in and blast everybody, as you see that I'm doing here. So the whole point is to destroy as many helicopters as come up, and then blow up the ship in between those. You don't want to leave the helicopters and just go straight for the ship, because the amount of helicopters that will start coming up will bombard you. I need to stop using that word. I think I've used it like 80 times throughout this walkthrough, but they will shoot you with many, many rockets, and those rockets will take out your health faster than you can destroy that ship. So take out all of the helicopters that show up, and the aiming is really weird. It's kind of slow, and it can be a little bit difficult to aim onto the helicopters from time to time, but just take your time if you need to. Take one or more attempts if you need to, and blow up that ship as you go. Now, I thought you might be able to shoot off the turrets of the ship because they shoot at you too, but it doesn't really look like you can. You just damage the ship as time goes on, and of course as time goes on you're going to get closer to dying, and they're going to send more helicopters at you more frequently. So you're only going to get maybe 4 or 5 shots off before you have to take out helicopters again. And once you finally get to this last little bit of the ship, all you have to do is keep firing a little bit more, and then that'll be it for the level.
Men, you are about to embark on a very dangerous mission. We will be launching a heavily armed surprise attack from our new Moonbase against a completely unarmed planet. Actually, that doesn't sound too dangerous. Nevertheless, your orders are simple. Destroy anything that moves. Steal the power generators from Gorda City. Then, destroy anything that doesn't move. Oh, and don't forget, have fun.
We must get to the Moonbase and stop Drek.
No, we have to get to the Moonbase to find Quark. If Drek is there, Quark is probably with him.
But Drek is going to destroy that city. We must get to the base.
That's what I said.
No, that is what I said.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine.